In this video, we are going to show you exactly how much it costs to travel to London, the capital of the United Kingdom and one of the most incredible and cosmopolitan cities on the planet. We are going to talk about airfare, accommodation, food, transportation, attractions, shopping, and we will also put together 3 budget estimates, from the budget traveler to the comfortable one, so you know exactly how much to bring. London is one of those destinations everyone dreams of visiting, with its palaces, brilliant museums, huge parks, and that mix of history and modernity that exists nowhere else. There is just one detail. It is an expensive city, so planning well makes all the difference for your wallet. We have been there several times and we are going to give you real numbers. Let us go. Let us start with airfare, which is usually the biggest expense of the trip. The good news is that London is one of the biggest air hubs in the world, with flights coming from most major cities in North America or Europe, so you can almost always find a direct flight or one with a simple connection. In our research, the round-trip airfare varies a lot depending on the season. In the low season, which runs roughly from January to March, not counting the year-end holidays, you can find much more inviting prices. In the high season, the European summer between June and August, and also in December because of Christmas, prices skyrocket, because that is when everyone wants to enjoy the city at its peak. Our golden tip is to aim for the months of April, May, September, and October. It is the so-called shoulder season, when the weather is still pleasant, the city is less crowded, and prices drop a lot. Booking 3 or 4 months in advance also makes a huge difference. Now let us talk about accommodation, which in London is, plainly speaking, your biggest budget challenge because the city really is expensive. We can split it into 3 categories. In the budget option, you find hostels and simple rooms, well located for somewhere around $50 to $90 a night. In the mid-range category, where most people stay, well-rated 3-star hotels cost between $130 and $240 a night, many small and charming, in that British way. And in the more comfortable option, the 4- and 5-star hotels, some classic and iconic, easily run between $300 and $700 a night or more. And here is a tip that matters a lot. The area where you stay completely changes your experience. We always recommend staying in Covent Garden in the heart of the West End because it is central, safe, charming, and you do almost everything on foot, surrounded by theaters, museums, and restaurants. We created this personalized map which explains exactly which is the best area. By staying in this area, you cannot go wrong. And in the video description and here in the QR code, we are going to leave the link to the page with this map and with the hotels we have stayed in and highly recommend, including a hotel in Covent Garden where we stayed for an incredible price, super well located, just a few minutes walk from the theaters, the museums, and the main attractions of the city. We saved a lot with that choice. Let us move on to food, which in London has a reputation for being expensive, but which you can handle very well with some smart thinking. In the most budget-friendly option, the food markets like the famous Borough Market, the coffee chains, the fish and chips shops, and the pubs with a daily special save your day, with meals coming out to something between $10 and $20. Eating like this, you spend around $40 a day. In the mid-range category, lunch or dinner at a nice restaurant comes out to something between $30 and $50 per person. And in the more comfortable option, dinner at a trendy restaurant, one of those with a star and a view, can easily pass $100 per person. We always recommend trying authentic fish and chips, a real Indian curry and afternoon tea, which is an experience in itself. About transportation, this is where London truly shines, and that is why we never rent a car in the city. The public transport is simply excellent. The metro, known as the Tube or the Underground, is the fastest way to cross the city and it connects everything. We always recommend using the Oyster card or simply contactless payment with your own credit card, which comes out much cheaper than a single ticket and even has a daily spending cap. A ride in the Central Zone costs around $4 with contactless. Besides the metro, there are the famous red double-decker buses, cheap and great for seeing the city, and the charming black cabs, comfortable but more expensive. From the airport to the center, the metro and the trains solve it for a much fairer price than the taxi. Speaking of attractions, this is where one of the best surprises of London lives. The city is expensive, but the most famous museums in the world are free. The British Museum, with treasures from all over the world, the National Gallery, with works by old masters, the Tate Modern, and the Natural History Museum, all of them with free entry. You can spend days visiting incredible things without spending a cent on tickets. Now, the most classic paid attractions do have a price. Going up the London Eye, that giant observation wheel by the river, costs around $45. The Tower of London, where the crown jewels are kept, comes out to about $50. But there is a lot of free stuff beyond the museums. Watching the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, strolling through the huge parks like Hyde Park, crossing Tower Bridge and walking along the Thames cost absolutely nothing. Speaking of attractions and tours, in the video description and here in the QR code, we are going to leave the link to the site we always use to buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the biggest tour site in the world, and it has practically everything there. Everything for the lowest price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great. And remember that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to put together your entire trip for the lowest price. The sites we use to plan our trips, and that have everything much cheaper: travel SIM card, travel insurance for half the price, tickets for all the attractions, good and cheap hotels we have stayed in, cheap car rental, and the global account. And the links already contain automatic discounts, so save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. About shopping, London is a paradise for every budget. For those who want luxury, Oxford Street and Regent Street concentrate the big stores and famous department stores. For those who like to hunt for treasures, the street markets are a party, like Camden Market, full of alternative clothing, and the charming Portobello Market in Notting Hill. Now to the two essential costs that many people forget. The first is internet. Having internet on your phone helps a lot to use GPS, transport apps, and make reservations. We always buy the SIM card before the trip and arrive already connected at the destination. It is much cheaper than roaming. A SIM card for 7 days costs on average between $15 and $25. The second essential cost, and one it is unacceptable to travel without, is travel insurance. And here we speak from real experience. The United Kingdom has a private healthcare system that is extremely expensive for tourists. A simple emergency visit can cost more than $4,000, and a hospital stay can easily pass $20,000. We know real cases of travelers who came back with huge debts. The insurance costs less than $10 a day. We always use a price comparison tool that shows the cheapest plan. We never travel to the United Kingdom without insurance. About currency exchange, if you're coming from outside the United Kingdom, a tip that saves a lot is to use a global account, which lets you spend in pounds without those absurd card fees and guarantees a fairer exchange rate. We always leave the link on our page. Now the final estimate, per person, not counting the airfare, for 5 days of travel. In the budget profile, with a hostel, market food, and public transport, you spend around $600 to $800. In the mid-range profile, with a 3-star hotel and a few paid attractions, it falls between $1,200 and $1,800. And in the comfortable profile, with a 4-star hotel and guided tours, it easily passes $2,400. And for those who are new here on the channel, a very warm welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you are enjoying it, subscribe here to the channel and like the video, which helps us a lot. To wrap up, 3 final money-saving tips. First, make the most of the free museums because they are among the best in the world and fill a big part of your itinerary at no cost. Second, have lunch at the pubs and the food markets instead of the touristy restaurants in the center, where the same dish costs double. And third, always use contactless payment on transport because the system calculates the daily cap automatically and you never pay more than you should. If you liked the video, like it and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.